Very good morning to all of you, the students in this session, and we are now going to discuss about the poem number 3 from class 12th standard, A Thing of Beauty. In this poem, the poet John Keats describes about the beauty, which is not for a short time, but it is for a long one. According to him, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It means the beauty does not fade but also moves away, and it also gets more attraction, and it helps all of us who are sick, who are downcast, and create a peaceful atmosphere around us to provide us a sleep which is full of rest, and an atmosphere where we can take free breath and free thinking. And also, it is a boon for those who are depressed, who are sick, and who are broken in health, and also who are negative in ideas. A beauty creates an atmosphere where things is just a totally difference. It refreshes all of us with mind, intelligence, and also the creative approach so that we can enjoy the life in peaceful atmosphere. In this poem, the poet glorifies a thing of beauty which always provides a joy for all of us. It has been seen that in man's life there is always stress, anxiety, fear, and depression like things. But whenever a thing of beauty, which is in different forms, sometimes the physical, and sometimes the spiritual, and sometimes the purity of mind. But the most important thing is the purity of mind and the purity of thought, and as well as the purity of spirit, which always flows in man's mind just like a soothing air, and with the help of this he feels himself comfortable, and in such a situation it is a tonic for all of them. And whenever we talk about the beauty, especially for all of us, that when we are downcast, when we are depression, then we need something, the positive ideas, which is through the great writers that help us to overcome a kind of depression, a kind of negative approach in life. And as far as the natural beauty is concerned, it is reflected in the poem through trees, forest, and springs, and all of these help the wild animals as well as other creatures in the forest to provide them comfort. For an example, the sheep are enjoying the beautiful things in the nature as sunlight, as the moon light, as well as the water that from the river. And in the forest there is seen a different types of natural sights, a kind of fragrance by the flowers that spread out on the soil in the forest. There is musk deer and also the daffodils, that are the flowers that always create a fragrant air in the forest where there is desolation for some time. So these are the things that beautifies as a living one, but now there are also the dead one who become a great in their life and also glorifies all of us with their important writings, lessons that they have stored in their books, and their books even after the death always glorifies us, always benefits us their relations, and the writings. Whenever we read or listen from someone else, they emerge as an immortal drink and somehow force us to a heaven's edge. Thus, the mighty dead ones also have their potential to beautify and glorify all of us. The poem is a metaphorical approach. The line "A thing of beauty is a joy forever" refers to the poetic diction metaphor. And in this poem, the poetess uses the imagery as the keep quiet bower as well as the forest daffodils and also the musk deer, a kind of imagery that beautifies the poem in a rhetorical tone. And now the few important questions from this poem are: how does the poet John Keats regard a thing of beauty? And the answer is: the poet regards a thing of beauty a joy forever. Its loveliness increases and it never comes into nothingness. Question number 2: how does it help the people to provide them comfortable atmosphere? ये लोगों को किस प्रकार आरामदायक वातावरण प्रदान करती है? A thing of beauty creates a bower for all of us to provide us good sleep and a good health to live a life full of comfort. Question number 3: how does it help for those people who are depressed and anxious or completely in stress? A thing of beauty also emerges from thought of beauty, and hence it always guides us to become a positive one in life, and it is an inspiration for those who are depressed and downcast in life. Now the question number next is: how does a thing of beauty prove to be a boon for the simple sheep and other animals in the forest? किस प्रकार से सुंदरता नामक चीज़ भेड़ और अन्य जीवों के लिए जंगल में वरदान के रूप में साबित होती है? As far as the natural beauty is concerned, it proves to be a boon for the sheep and other living animals in the forest. The sun provides them a heat, and the moonlight provides them a humble light, a very comfortable light, and also the springs or the river's water make them a cooling atmosphere in such a hot season. And now the concluding stanza has a few questions to ask. In the concluding stanza, how do the mighty ones help us? जो मृत लोग हैं वह हमारे लिए किस प्रकार से सहायक होते हैं? The mighty ones leave their writing after their death. That always provides us several types of learning by their important lessons in their text or books whenever we read them. The question next is: how does they come unto us from the heaven? किस प्रकार से वे स्वर्ग से हमारे पास आती हैं? All their writings is just like an immortal drink, and it controls everywhere, and also as an immortal storage of drink, and finally it pours on to the poet from the edge of the heaven. So the poem comes to conclusion and with a reference like this. And the poet has also the concluding central idea. In this poem, the poet John Keats glorifies the spiritual, natural beauty of the poem, which always helps us different ways, and it also makes a peaceful atmosphere for all of us to provide us comfortable sleep and it proves to be a boon for those animals who are in the forest and also spreads out fragrance and beauty in this reference and finally finds that the mighty dead ones also become a comfortable note for all of us. In this poem, the poet describes about the writings that containing by the great writers and offers them after all to find the great lessons from them. And finally, this concludes the central idea of the poem. Thanks for watching, and if you have any problem, you can consult about it at your own questions and comments.